No, 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 no. We gotta go! Hey, get your ass moving!
In Afghanistan, what starts as a simple repair mission quickly turns tense when a combat engineer steps out of the vehicle and shouts to the stranded convoy.
Who's responsible for this pussy?
Who's the meathead calling me a moron?
Doogie, baby!
Wait, you know this guy? No, I've never met him. Really? It's my big brother, numbnuts.
It quickly becomes clear the two are brothers. Then he teaches his younger brother about the laws of science, specifically thermodynamics, explaining that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred. By filling the convoy trucks with stop leak, they effectively block the vents, causing heat to build until the radiator exploded. Then he jokes with his brother, saying he knew it had to be his bright idea to pour stop leak into the truck. His brother sighs, admitting this isn't what he truly wants to be doing. He reminds him that their dream was always to be selected for RASP.
Man, we should be on the front lines.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Talking about Ranger.
RASP?
Intake starts in June.
Even showing the matching tattoos they got, which read, "Don't fucking quit." But the older brother scoffs.
I'm fucking old. You're fucking ugly. Go be a ranger.
I want to do it together.
Come on, man, just imagine. First boots on the ground.
You're in, I'm in.
You promise?
Always.
Eventually, he convinces his brother, but moments later, the Taliban suddenly attack the convoys. Only he survived. 2 years later, he is on a bus heading to the Army Ranger Selection Base in Colorado. The cadre instructs the candidates to go to the induction hall and turn over all personal belongings. From this point, they are told they no longer have names, only numbers.
You are a number!
One sergeant notices a candidate is a technical sergeant in the Air Force and says he will be assigned as a team leader. The candidate acknowledges and receives the number 7. In another line, a sergeant reviews an application and notes that, due to a previous leg injury, he was denied 4 times before finally meeting the age cutoff. The sergeant informs him that as a patrol leader he'll be expected to lead the team, but he declines.
Applied 4 times, medically denied each time. You got a plan B?
No, Sergeant.
You are now number 81.
Torres then addresses the candidates, explaining that Army Rangers are the spearhead of the United States Army, the first soldiers deployed on the ground, and that RASP is one of the toughest selection programs in the world, designed to push candidates to their mental, emotional, and physical limits over 8 grueling weeks. Only those reaching the final stage will face the 24-hour death march, a grueling mission culminating in crossing the finish line, after which they earn the coveted Ranger Scroll.
You will undertake a 24-hour simulated mission known as Death March. Rangers lead the way! All the way!
With that, the program officially begins. During the first week, several candidates are eliminated. The next 3 weeks involve brutal obstacle courses and exhausting drills, and anyone failing to meet the standards is immediately cut from the program. Now, only 4 weeks remain. During one long march, 15 tells the others that if they make it into the regiment, they'll gain access to top-secret information like Area 51 and hidden truths about the moon landing. The other candidates scoff. Meanwhile, 81 strays from the group, quietly completes his lap, then returns.
Hey, slow down, Superman. Making the rest of us look bad.
Another week passes. During rifle training, a sergeant asks how many candidates have actually deployed in combat. The sergeant mocks, saying he asked about deployment, not potty training. After questioning a few others without satisfying answers, the sergeant turns to 81.
10th Mountain Division, Spartans.
Everyone looks at him. Later at lunch, 44 explains how 81 was repairing a stranded convoy when the Taliban launched a devastating attack, wiping out the entire unit. 60 adds that 81 also received a Silver Star. Nearby, a news reporter announces NASA has detected an interstellar object from outside the solar system, expected to pass near Earth, but officials insist there's no cause for concern. 15 can't believe 81 received a Silver Star. 44 explains he was the sole survivor who carried his brother nearly 10 miles back to a military base. Curious, 15 asks 81 if it's true. Is it true? What happened? A sergeant notices them talking and reminds them that speaking isn't allowed. As punishment, he assigns extra hill climbs to everyone. The next 2 weeks begin with even harsher training. During one exercise, a cadre asks the candidates why they are here. Most answer that they want to join an elite unit, but 81 gives a different response. He simply says he wants to cross the finish line. That night, 7 notices 81 taking his PTSD medication. The next morning, 7 asks if DFQ means don't fucking quit. 81 looks surprised and asks how he knows. 7 shrugs, saying he just guessed. By week 6, the candidates undergo rope climbing, breaching drills, and rifle training. Many fail and are eliminated. One night, 81 is haunted by a nightmare. He wakes suddenly as a sergeant storms in, ordering everyone up, announcing that the final week has begun. During the next challenge, candidates must walk underwater in the pool while carrying weights. Many surface early. As 81 struggles underwater, he thinks about his little brother. The memory pushes him forward, but eventually he loses consciousness and is pulled out by 7. Sheridan tells First Sergeant Torres that he wants to speak with 81, saying the candidate seems a liability. In the waiting room, 81 watches the news. A reporter explains the asteroid discovered a month earlier is now showing signs of structural fragmentation. He is then called in. Sheridan tells 81 it may be best to retire from the program. 81 argues he hasn't failed any events. Torres explains they aren't worried about his physical strength, but rather what's happening inside his head. Sheridan points out that what he went through is a lot for anyone. Most in his position would have taken time off and attended therapy. Instead, after the Afghanistan incident, he applied for this program the morning of his discharge. 81 quietly replies he just wants to cross the finish line. Sheridan tells him that both he and Torres see him as promising.
Repeatedly applying for RASP, and why is that?
I just want to get across that finish line. That finish line is a starting line. I'd like to go prep for parade now.
You get the fuck out of my office.
Torres explains the final mission, a simulation. A classified aircraft has been shot down behind enemy lines, and Rangers must carry out a reconnaissance and rescue mission. Their objective is to locate the crash site and destroy the aircraft before it falls into enemy hands. 2 Blackhawks will drop them deep inside enemy territory. From there, they must navigate through mountains to the downed aircraft. Their next objective is the pilot, held in a nearby village. Torres explains that their rifles only fire blanks, but the cadre may ambush them anytime. The squad is given a single VHF radio for situation reports. He announces 81 will serve as team leader.
Here's the situation. Rangers are tasked with recon and rescue. You need to destroy the aircraft, locate the rebel village outpost. You can expect 360 security. And your new team leader will be 81.
Right. Welcome to Death March.
Sheridan adds that successfully crossing the finish line earns Ranger scrolls.
He wants to be a Ranger. He's gonna have to leave.
30 seconds out.
After landing, the team regroups and heads into the forest. 57 studies the map, telling the others the target is about 20 clicks west. 81 sets the watch to 24 hours and asks if anyone has questions. Everyone remains silent. Then 7 stands, telling the group they are here for a reason, to earn Ranger scrolls together. 81 nods appreciatively.
Rangers lead the way?
All the way!
So you, follow me.
And the team continues. They climb a rocky mountain and reach the top. Evening slowly turns to night. 111 sends situation reports to the cadre over the radio. 7 suggests a short rest, pointing out the cadre may be waiting near the river to ambush them. 81 agrees, saying they'll rest only 20 minutes. While others sleep, 81 remains on guard.
Artillery fire, baby!
Grab your shit. We're moving out.
By morning, they spot the downed aircraft. 7 jokes that the cadres went all out with the special effects. 81 warns the cadre may ambush them upriver. He instructs 111 to send another situation report. Then he lays out a plan. The demolition team will place explosives on the aircraft and detonate from a safe distance. The explosion likely draws the cadre's attention. He assigns 4 soldiers to provide overwatch, 3 downstream, the rest upstream. 57 points out something strange. The briefing coordinates are off by a few hundred meters. His compass has started acting strangely. 101 reports he gets no signal, only a strange sound. Despite this, the team continues the plan. As they move into position, 81 notices a brief glint in the distance. He signals 7 that he will check it. He heads deeper into the woods while the demolition team prepares explosives. Moments later, 81 discovers what seems to be the real target, but it's too late. The team detonates explosives.
The hell?
81 runs back to warn them. Didn't even leave a dent. Suddenly, a strange machine with glowing red lights rises. It scans their faces with bright beams, then opens fire, killing several soldiers. '81 orders everyone to run. They sprint through the forest, but reach a dead end. The machine launches a bomb. Sending remaining soldiers tumbling down a steep hill, injuring them. For a moment, 81 flashes back to Afghanistan, but focuses on the present. He rushes to help 57, impaled on a tree branch. 109 panics, but 81 tells him to breathe and focus. During the fall, 7's leg is badly injured. Surviving soldiers are stunned by the machine that wiped out half their team. 81 asks if the demo team survived. They say no. 81 searches for the radio. Moving through smoldering debris, he finds 111 dead and the radio destroyed. 81 sees the machine killing another soldier. Unfortunately, 57 dies from injuries. 81 urgently tells them to move. The machine may follow their trail. He informs them that 111 is dead and the radio is destroyed. They tie a rope down the cliff and lower themselves one by one. 6 offers to lower 7. 81 nods before climbing down first. As 7 is slowly lowered, the machine finds them. The machine scans the edge of the cliff. 7's leg is detected. The machine opens fire, forcing the team to scatter and hide. It launches bombs around them, killing more soldiers. After hours of walking, they stop to rest. 81 notices blood on 7's leg and panics briefly. 7 reassures him. He asks 109 for morphine, but the container is damaged. With no choice, 81 counts to 3 and snaps the leg back. The pain is so intense that 7 passes out. 15 suggests the machine's weapons look highly advanced, maybe a DARPA experiment. 44 shuts him down, saying the Department of Defense wouldn't do that, and tells him to stop conspiracy theories. 15 asks why they were sent straight to the machine. 81 reveals he earlier spotted the real crash site, an old jet, as 57 suspected. Their coordinates were off by hundreds of meters. 81 explains the machine produces a strong magnetic field, causing compass malfunctions nearby. He says they must head to the village. 8 clicks west. 15 argues there's no RASP, no finish line anymore. 81 calmly replies that with no comms, no working weapons, no flares, the closest help is the cadres in that village. About an hour later, they reach a river with a strong current. 81 informs the team they must use ropes to create a zip line across. He crosses first to secure the line on the opposite bank.
109. Keep an eye on this.
Careful, man. That shit's gonna be cold.
He's out! You made it! I'm gonna get you across, brother.
And the team sets up the zip line. 7 and 15 begin crossing. Halfway, 7 gets stuck. 15 tries to untangle the line, accidentally unbuckling 7's safety strap. Seeing this, 81 moves across to help. 44 also rushes to assist. At that moment, the machine appears and opens fire. Soldiers lose balance, fall into the river. The machine steps into the water and continues attacking. 81's rope gets caught on a rock. He quickly cuts free. The machine fires again, blasting him several meters. Through the rushing water, 81 spots 7 and grabs him. Moments later, the remaining soldiers are swept over a waterfall. Underwater, 81 holds 7 tightly. Minutes later, they are pulled out by other soldiers. 44 stares in shock at 60, assumed dead. 60 explains that when the machine attacked, he was knocked into rapids and carried downstream. He decided to head toward the village and spotted the team crossing. He also reveals he saw the operation plan inside Torres's office. All scheduled were fireworks and booby traps. Suddenly, loud bird screeches echo. 81 orders everyone to move.
Let's get climbing!
They climb rough mountains and push into thick woods. Soon, 81 notices a flare setup, likely placed by cadres. But at the supposed village, they find it completely burned down.
Cadre!
You sure this is the village?
They fucking left us!
No, they didn't leave us.
Ammunition and debris scatter everywhere. 44 notices the radio tower destroyed, explaining why long-range communication stopped. 81 guesses the coordinates with the team. About 6,500 feet, roughly 8 clicks west, 44 replies. He says the machine must have struck this station first, then moved to the riverbank, meaning it came down from that mountain. 60 points out they saw news about an asteroid earlier, suspecting the machine is connected. Suddenly, heavy breathing is nearby. They rush and find a cadre barely alive, who dies moments later. 81 orders them to get the ASV on the ground.
It's not about us anymore. It's about firing up that Guardian and warning everybody that thing's coming.
15 insists on a moment to grieve, explaining they are human and need to process. Not all silver fucking heroes who carried their brothers back. 81 snaps, explaining he never made it to base. He passed out 100 yards from the perimeter, waking in a hospital. His brother didn't survive, as he couldn't carry him across in time. And they gave me a medal for the worst day of my life. He tells them he knows they're hurting, but now it's not about them. They must get 7 back to base and warn everyone about the machine. Determined, the team tries to start the truck, but the engine won't turn over. 81 says because the truck was slanted, the fuel line may have dried. 15 says they just need to reprime the lines. 81 looks surprised. 15 explains he used to be a wheel mechanic. Moments later, the engine roars to life. They free the truck wedged between rocks. Nice work, Superman. Making the rest look bad.
We got it!
Suddenly, the machine appears, launching bombs. 60 informs 81 the truck has no ammo loaded. 15 volunteers to retrieve it despite 81 ordering him not to.
Oh shit! Get on that 50 cal tanker! No.
We gotta go! Hey, get your ass moving!
44 floors the truck, pushing as hard as possible. They load ammo, open fire on the machine, but it seems impervious. The truck is heavily damaged. The machine stops advancing, launching bombs instead.
I think we're losing it!
Incoming!
44 struggles to control the vehicle as explosions detonate all around. She steers the truck through dense forest. For a moment, everyone sighs, relieved they can't see the machine. Relief doesn't last. The machine waits at the top of the mountain, launching down and attacking again. 81 tells 109 to aim for the gap between plates. 109 tries but loses his arm. The machine is too powerful. During chaos, 81 loses 7. Desperate, he grabs a gun, fires at rocks, triggering a small rock slide onto the machine. He shouts for 44 to stop the truck, sees she's already dead. Moments later, the truck crashes and explodes.
Don't quit.
At the rocks, he notices the machine missing its other half. He spots that half communicating with something in space. A few feet away, he sees 7 still alive. The machine moves toward them. 81 drags 7 to safety. Rain begins pouring, making the climb harder. Exhausted and overwhelmed, 81 screams in pain and frustration. His watch beeps. The 24 hours for the mission have ended. He breaks down and cries. 7 weakly speaks up, telling 81 he knew who he was on the bus. Years ago, he went through air assault training with a loudmouth private, 81's brother. Back then, his brother talked nonstop about becoming an Army Ranger alongside 81 and about their matching tattoos. 81 asks why 7 never told him. 7 says he tried, but 81 never wanted to talk. 81 admits if he could cross the finish line for his brother, he could finally sleep. 7 asks if he thinks he failed his brother. 81 says he didn't just fail his brother, he failed everyone around him. 7 reminds him that despite everything, he never gave up. The machine approaches. 81 wonders how to stop it. 7 asks what his brother would do. Probably fill it with stop leak and hope for the best, 81 mutters. But the joke gives him an idea. He tells 7 to wait.
It's venting.
81 climbs into the quarry, enters the building, gathers explosives, finds controls for a massive stone crusher, switches it on. The machine reaches 7. Just before it attacks, 81 makes a loud noise to get its attention. The machine turns toward the building. As it scans, explosives detonate. 81 jumps into a bulldozer, rams the machine, pinning it against the mountainside. The stone crusher runs, rocks block the venting system, causing it to overheat and overload. He jumps out seconds before the machine explodes.
You gotta be shitting me.
The next morning, 81 carries 7 back to base and crosses the finish line. Sheridan and Torres watch silently. 81 spots the destroyed pieces of the machine being carried away by a helicopter. Sheridan steps forward and asks if he's the only candidate remaining.
Are you all that's left? How many are there?
They're everywhere. We're preparing for a global invasion.
Sheridan then apologizes for not reaching them sooner. He explains that the machines have already destroyed most of their bases, and this is the only one they've managed to secure. Satellite images show that more pods are still approaching Earth. Governments around the world are now launching a coordinated global response to defend the planet. Impressed, Sheridan asks 81 how he managed to destroy the machine without any real weapons. 81 reminds Sheridan of something he once said. Every machine has its limits. He explains that by choking the machine's primary venting port, the entire system overheats and collapses. Sheridan tells him that this intelligence could save countless lives. Then 81 admits Sheridan was right about him earlier. He wasn't ready. Sheridan promotes him on the spot, saying that now he is. He adds that his brother would be proud of him. They're all talking about what you did out there. If you've got it in you, son, I'm sure they'd appreciate a few words. Torres then gathers the Rangers and announces they're the spearhead of Operation Global Shield, which has just gone live. They will be deployed on the outskirts of the city, and their mission is to evacuate civilians and clear the way for heavy ordnance. Torres looks at 81, and he steps forward to address the Rangers.
We are Rangers. We fight for each other. We don't back down. We don't break. Rangers lead the way!
Moments later, the Rangers board the Black Hawk helicopters. Midway through the flight, the team leader begins calling out the Rangers' names. But when he reaches 81, he realizes he doesn't actually know his name, and it ends. War Machine isn't just about soldiers fighting a machine, it's about survival, leadership, and human instinct under pressure. Training prepares you for war, but not for the unknown. Leadership isn't chosen, it's forced when everything goes wrong. Technology is powerful, but survival still depends on people. Flick fact number 1: the movie was filmed in remote wilderness locations in Australia and New Zealand. Flick fact number 2: the ending hints that the machine may not be alone, possibly setting up a sequel. My conclusion is that War Machine is a story about survival and responsibility, where soldiers trained for war face something they were never trained for. On the Flick verdict scale, this is a must-watch. Cold, tense, and unpredictable, soldiers trained for war are not always prepared for the unknown. Bottom line, this isn't just a movie about fighting a machine, it's a story about leadership, survival, and responsibility when everything goes wrong. Hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.